What's good, you guys? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm back with another episode of loop tutorials. So this time it's going to be a Lil Baby tutorial. I've already done a couple of them, but I just really like making Lil Baby loops. So we're going to get right into this one, and I'm going to let you guys hear what it sounds like. Yes, sir. Really simple. It's got a few different elements to it, but you really only need a few different sounds to make it fire. So let's jump into the first sound. The first sound that I did was this bell from Omnisphere. It's called Bending Indonesia. All right, so this is what the pattern looks like. So it's pretty simple. I actually just started with this E minor chord right here, and then I added a note in between just to, carry on the loop a little bit. And then I just moved this note right here in the middle down one, so you can see it's boom, same chord over here. I just moved this note down. And then all I did was just copy this pattern right here, and I just brought it down one octave right here. That's a major key for me in a lot of loops that I make that are repetitive, is you can just bring that pattern down one octave in the second half of the loop, and that'll really make it interesting while it's still repetitive and the same sound pretty much. After that, I layered the same exact pattern, but this time with a pad. It's a one shot, and I actually did the opposite. So I started low and then I brought it up an octave. So really simple, but you want to remember with loops like this, you want to layer sounds. It's going to sound so much better, sound so much fuller if you layer sounds. And that way you can add a vibe to it without getting too complicated because with loops like this, you don't want to have too many different pieces and parts to it, because it needs to be repetitive. So the next sound that I added was actually a string from Producer Grind. It's probably the thing that you hear the most in the loop. It's kind of like the lead of the loop. So here it is. Really simple. I just copied that over to the second half of the loop as well. Next is this Producer Grind texture. I really love this texture. It's the basketball one. If you see my other videos, I've used it on those too. It just works for dark loops. It just works. It just sounds right. The next sound I added was this accent from a Mac Shooter kit. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's Sound Source. So hard. And then what I wanted to do, you notice this part, it's different. I just brought this up an octave is all I did. You see the theme here. I start it low, bring it up, or I'll start it up and then bring it low. And so that's what I did right here. The next sound is this bell. It is actually from Contact Mallet Flux. You've seen me use this one as well. And this is what the pattern looks like. With bells, I love going down. It just always sounds good. If you just start high and then bring the bell down, down the scale, it always gonna sound good. That's when you start making loops more and more. I'm still very, very new with making loops, but the more that I make loops, it's little secrets that I pick up on. I'm like, okay, this is gonna sound good. You kind of already know what's gonna sound good before you even do it. So it just gets easier and easier the more you do it. The last sound that I added was this bass, Moog Growler from Omnisphere. So it's just following the root notes of the loop. Super simple, but all together it creates a vibe, and that's it. It's really only, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sounds. This you could probably count as one because they're layered, but that's it. It's really a vibe just from a few sounds, and that's what you want with these kinds of loops. All right, so I also wanted to go through the mixer so you guys can see what that looks like, because I actually feel like that's a main reason why loops sound the way they do is because of the mixing. It's great to have good sounds, but the mix really creates a vibe to it. So you can take a real basic sound that sounds pretty good already, and then just make it really fire, make it really unique, make it different. So the main bell that I used, here's the mixer for it: Valhalla, Portal, some Love Filter on there just to you know, kind of not have it so bright, you know, I want it to be dark, and then an EQ. For the pad, I actually don't really have anything on it, just an EQ. For the strings, I just have some Valhalla on there, filter again, and some EQ. The texture, I just kept it really simple. All I have is an EQ on there. The Max Shooter accent, I actually realized I don't even have it on the mixer, so that's crazy. Like, I probably could have added a little more vibe to it, but to be honest though, at the same time, the accent is already so crazy that I didn't really need to do a lot to it. But looking back on it, I'm kind of like, damn, I probably could have like spiced it up just a little bit. For the bell, all I have on it is Valhalla, some Portal, and then an EQ. Let's see what I got on the Portal here. Crystal Ball, which is from Memories Portal Bank. Actually, to be honest, I forget where I got it from, but you could easily Google Memories Portal Bank for Portal. It's got so many different vibes. That's crazy. I definitely, if you don't have Portal, I definitely highly recommend it. I use Portal on every single loop, and I'm just telling you, you definitely want to invest in that. It's worth it. The bass, I'm not going to put anything on the bass. I already know there's nothing on the bass, and that's really it. It's a real simple loop. It's got a few different sounds, textures as always that make it sound even crazier, and just make it sound fuller. So I'm going to play the final loop for you right now. You hear it going down every time with the bell. So it's a really simple loop. That's it. Appreciate you guys watching. Definitely tune in for the next video that I'm doing. You know, leave some comments down below. Let me know if you have any tutorials that you're trying to see, if there's any kind of loops that you want to hear. But anyways, hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and let's get it.